Hey man, what it is, this is Deem and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. There go to PayPal at Dean by any means. There go to Cash App, $Dean by any means. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It's much, much, much appreciated. Noah Inoue, the unseen monster. Let's talk about it. Noah Inoue is one of my favorite fighters. Noah Inoue and Noah Inoue are not that much farther in age, and I just respect his come up in this boxing game. Now, Noah Inoue is not new to boxing, but he has newly, over the last 3 years, I say, have been getting his notoriety, fighting for undisputed, two-time undisputed. Um, and just one of the best fighters that's in boxing, and hopefully he's going to go for three-time undisputed at 126. So, and it's just a goal that I really think that the young man can accomplish, because he just a beast, man. He has all the skill sets. The only thing that I would ask for Noah in a way is to sharpen up his defense, but his offense is so good. Noah in a way is like Luka Doncic in that way. I can't even say Luka Doncic because he has better defense than that. But Noah in a way offense is just so explosive. He's so talented. And when you humble, aggressive, talented with skill, he has that pit bull cruise mindset, and he just a dog, man. And it's just, when you put on the tape, when you put on the film and you watch the guy, um, I just see fireworks. I just see explosion. I just see high IQ. I just see that ninja. Shout out to the Japanese culture, just that samurai, that ninja, just mindset. He's very disciplined in what he's doing, and I just really respect him. And then I also respect the same thing that I think is hurting him is the one of the things that I respect about the guy. Dean, what you mean? Noah, in a way, no, he the A side, man. He understands his value. He understands that he has a whole country behind him, and that the money he gets from America that translate over there to Japan, he's rich over there. He's fine. He's a superstar where he at. He good enough just getting endorsements and commercials and all of those things in his home country. And I'll say all through Asia, because I doubt that he's just a star in Japan. I also believe that people in other cultures, Asian cultures, get behind them. Not all of them, because they very prideful in their culture and a part of the world that they come from. But I believe a lot of people still root for Noah Inoue the same way us in America do. So he understands that he's the A side, and that he don't need to come to America to fight nobody, that they actually need to come to him, because him coming to you would be him basically giving up his A side and his home field advantage. And you got to respect that. But it's also the same reason why I think the guy is not getting the credit, and I even gonna say the credit, because he number two pound for pound, damn near on everybody list that you go to. That's not my problem. It's not that everybody in boxing don't know who he is. I'm talking about the world. And Noah in a way may not care too much about that. And me being thinking of putting myself in his shoes, I probably wouldn't care too much about that if I was him either, because he's getting all the accolades, so much so that you have to talk about him. It's not he's putting you in no choice but to talk about him. Arthur Beterbiev ish, where he's giving you no choice but to talk about the man. But the thing about Noah Inoue, I think, is also a disservice, because I just selfishly think us as the American public are getting cheated when it comes to him. I think he could be an even bigger star, because I truly believe that people in Japan would support him no matter what, if he was fighting over here or over there, because people from different cultures, obviously they don't have the capitalistic mindset that we got here in America, where we so busy doing everything else. They truly get behind theirs. Not saying us in America don't. We do. That's why we do very well in the Olympics. But I'm saying that I gotta give people from other countries and cultures they credit, as far as them sticking together and getting behind their countrymen. And for me to act like Noah Inoue is not one of the best boxers in the world, or even one of the best boxers I have seen, I would be lying to you. It's rare that you're going to see a guy his size, that small, with that much explosion and power. That is rare. That is very Manny Pacquiao esque. But if you remember, Manny started getting better at it the higher he went up in weight class. Noah Inoue been doing this. And he's not an overnight success. That's the other part about Noah Inoue that makes me a fan of him, because a lot of people don't like the push that he's getting. But the part I asked, the man's 31 years old. What push do you want him to get? He's two-time undisputed. What push should he not be getting? He's knocking everything out. Why don't you think he deserves that? I mean, what else is he supposed to do? Like, he should get that push. I don't care if he a Japanese boy. What do I care about that? I don't care if we all know that he might even get a little more favoritism because of that. I don't care. Does that change the fact that he is a two-time undisputed amazing? Does it change what I'm watching? Because when he's in the ring, don't none of that matter. I don't care if you going in there with the most racist white boy. That don't mean that he won't knock you out. That don't mean that. And I just gotta give my guy his credit. Hopefully, by the time y'all all watching this video and this video is going through, that he had defended his undisputed and won, because he's fighting Neri in a few hours actually. And I think that he's gonna win by stoppage. That's just me. I think Neri's a very good fighter. Neri's very aggressive. Neri is he right there in your face. He's not coming to lay down against Noah Inoue by any means. But I just don't think that he does anything better than Noah Inoue. He doesn't possess the things to offset Inoue's, to take advantage of Inoue's I'll say a little lack of defense at times. Being undisciplined on that end. But I think a lot of times when Noah Inoue is defensively irresponsible, it's when he's trying to be ultrally aggressive and really get you out of here, because he's liking what he's putting together, because Noah Inoue is one of the best combination punchers that we have in boxing. And his punch placement is second to none. Him, Bud Crawford, Beterbiev, Gervonta Davis, just to give you some idea just how accurate his punch placement is. And that actually matters. That's why I think he's going to win this fight by knockout, because I just think when you try to engage with Noah Inoue, you find out very quickly that he's just more explosive than you. His footwork's better than yours. His speed's more than yours. He's more powerful than you. Um, and he's consistent. Noah Inoue has a gas tank too. That's the other thing about Noah Inoue. He's not going to slow down as the fight goes on. Of course, he's human like anybody else. He may not be as active, but he's more active than most fighters, even late in rounds. And that part also matters. And I just think Noah Inoue, man, it's unfortunate. You would think with social media and everything like that, he would still be an even bigger star in every platform in America. We talk about the young man, but to me, not even as he's not positioned where I think where his skill set and what he's accomplished and what he's doing, not even just accomplished, what he's accomplishing. He's still doing it. And he's what every boxer should be striving for if you're talking about accolades and doing it the right way and not being an overnight success and building his name up. He's very Terence Crawford-esque in that way. I just think that he's like he suffers from what Terence Crawford suffered from, as far as them not getting their notoriety till a little later in their life. Terence Crawford more than Noah Inoue, because I think if Terence Crawford was where he's at now when he was 31, we will be having a much, much, much more different conversations about Terence Crawford, even though we still put Terence Crawford up there with the top 10 welterweights ever. And depending on what he's going to do at 154, he'll go even higher up those rankings as far as the greatest ever. But I just think that we got a big Noah Inoue up, especially if he come out and get another knockout or another TKO. It's just like he's just the unstoppable force right now. And I don't see nobody around his weight class at 126. I don't see nobody at 130. I don't see nobody stopping him really right now. It's only one fighter that I really think he should come to America for, and that's Gervonta Davis. It's only one fighter I think that is even that you could even ask him to give up his A side to come do that, because he wants the home field advantage and to be around his fans, and you gotta respect that, y'all. You just gotta understand that and respect that because he is a big draw enough where he can demand that. You know, Canelo could demand a fight in Mexico every time. He just don't because Canelo doesn't mind fighting in America. He likes fighting in America, but because it's such a Mexican heavy fan base out here. But Noah Inoue can't say the same thing as far as the Japanese race, even though if he fought in America, I'm guarantee you that half of that building will be filled up with Japanese people. I guarantee you that though. It's enough of them in America, absolutely, to fill up any stadium that he is going to. So that's the other reason why I think that Noah Inoue need to come to America, and I would love to see him fight in America for that reason because I think he don't even understand that his own people. I think he doubts how many of his own people live here. And the last time I checked, it's at least 1 million Japanese people live in America, maybe more than that. It's probably more than that. I'm just underselling it, but it's probably more than that. So I definitely think he can get 9,000 of them because we're going to talk about this in an American fight. Of course, it's going to be plenty of Americans filling the stadium up to watch them in. So I know he can get at least 8,000 to 9,000 of them in the building. Absolutely, he could. Absolutely, he could. So the unseen monster, man. Continue to do what you're doing, man. You're one of my favorite fighters. I hate that I got sometimes. Now his last two fights, I have woke up to watch. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that tonight, but his last two fights, I have woke up to watch. But Noah, in a way, man, just continue to do what you're doing, man. I appreciate what you're doing for the sport of boxing. You somebody that I will put my kids on and tell them to watch you, and just from a technical aspects, and I just feel like boxing as a whole, because of the circumstances, we all getting cheated from the greatness of Noah in a way. So y'all know what this is, man. Dean, by any means, and I holla at y'all.